I agree with your points. I think OG's early mid game is going to be sick, but don't underestimate Liquid's ability to find towers in trade and then ultimately get that one nice fight that can win them the game.
Still yet to be claimed and almost caught there in the top lane against Seb again, but one of these side lanes is definitely going to go down here, Jenkins. They're both so low.
He has no dive on Phoenix.
Yeah, another 7 seconds. Mid one has the open wounds, and there it is. Finally, the first blood is picked up, and it's for No Tails 5 position Rubik.
Because like Rubik was in S tier position 4 before that, and then they gave him that, as well as percentage damage, which is great against a lot of these illusion heroes that are getting picked in Drought.
Now let's talk about our mid matchup where Koifa is currently dominating at 21-5 compared to the 11-2 of Thompson's Ember Spirit. Sox is going to go down to the multi-shot here. And Seb, well, he's trying to man up against Mickey right now, throws down the blood right. Mickey will get out of it, pops his stick, and if he survives through this, they'll manage to get 2 kills for themselves, 1 apiece for Insania and Mickey.
It's a tough one. It's the same thing with Mars versus Jug. It's not as favored towards that magic immune hero as you would think, just because Mars does a lot of damage outside of the spear.
Oh god, these frost arrows are so annoying. They're gonna come in, try and hit the shackle shot. Doesn't latch to anything. That power shot doing so much damage though, and it almost brings Mickey down. Meanwhile, Insania is looping around the side here. He knows that Seb is somewhere in these trees area, and as soon as he pops out, he sees his opportunity. Raindrop will protect him from one nuke, and he doesn't have the mana to throw out the second one here. That may end up getting Mickey killed. Asaxa, he sees the opportunity underneath the tier 1. He's going to go for the hunt. He gets the kill. Back over to mid lane where Thompson's going to go down. Insania, though, still in trouble. Has to dodge this blood right, but the power shot. He's got nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. A double kill for Saxa.
That's an interesting combo, isn't it? Where you... Oh, No Tail.
They're still going for it in the mid lane, man. They got the kill onto Thompson. No Tail, who tried to come in and help his mid laner, ends up dying as well.
You wouldn't mind a haste rune just to get active in these side lanes. Like, Koikfa has been putting on a lot of pressure mid, and Thompson would like to respond to that by pressuring the side lanes. That's kind of how Ember deals with that. I don't think you can kill a DK exactly.
So it seems to me like, oh, shackle shot into the blood, right? We're going to see this combo go out. The arena does go down. He gets off a spear first. Now he's stuck inside the rapture, or the rupture, and he does manage to get away from behind the arena wall. No Tail is still going to try and commit for this kill, but all of Liquid is here, and now they're stuck in a nasty situation. No Tail knows he's dead, so he tried to run at the Mars, but by that point, Boxy had already gotten away. Now Thompson is still here cutting through. They've already killed Insania, and they know there's some low heroes here. First, they're going to spot Mickey here. Chains out into the blood, right? It does land. Koifa's going to come through, though, and does manage to get the stun onto the Bloodseeker. They turn onto him. The raindrop protecting him a little bit, but slowed down so much by the Frost Arrow that Koifa is able to collect that kill. A Dragon Form well spent, but Thompson, as crazy as he is, you know he wants to continue to terrorize the side of Liquid. Spots a courier, doesn't get it. He's going to see Mickey here, but Mickey is pretty healthy, especially with Taiga behind him. Thompson tries to go for the TP out. This is just crazy, Thompson, and he feeds away a kill to Taiga.
What just happened?
You know, you live by the terrorizing Thompson touch, and sometimes you die by it, you know?
Man.
That fine line between genius and madness, you know?
It really is. It really is. I remember a while back when they were in NA, I think for TI, the amount of people that flame Thompson, it's like, it's NA pub, so everybody gets flamed, even TI winners, for this sort of thing.
The chains into blood, right? Guaranteeing a lot of damage here. I think he just did one thing of multi-shot to try and slow down the hero so he can get some distance. It's not going to be enough, though. Eventually, he's going to be run down here. Mickey does a bit of damage, but eventually, OG, they finally overwhelm Liquid in this top lane, and now they're set up to actually get some damage on that tower.
There's been so much happening since then that I didn't get to say it. That was so cool to see. And then barely surviving, it's like, all right, that's the sort of play that you want to see work, right?
And this is the sort of plays we want to see between OG and Liquid. Fast plays that results in maybe a kill here or there. A spear out on in, catches the Ember Spear and locks in this Bloodseeker into the arena. Just a beautiful wraparound from Liquid that pays massive dividends.
Like, you're dead. Liquid has a lot to throw into this Mars ult.
And while we've been elaborating on all the fun stuff that's been happening between both sides, Liquid is now up 5,000 net worth. It feels like it happened very quickly, but they are up a massive amount for 12 minutes in. This is a very big kill, though. Yeah, gonna be able to catch Koifa in his dragon form. Not sure what he was doing that far out by himself.
Yeah, that's basically the biggest kill they could have hoped for. And I think if you're Koik, that's like, oh man, I was out of position. Like I was too far up. They didn't even smoke on him. They just ran up.
Look at this, OG. I love how quickly they're playing this now. They throw the gust out, but it only pushes back Thompson as Midwan pops out from the infest to deliver a blow to Liquid once again. Back-to-back kills. Well, it looks like OG, they don't really care if the Dragon Forms pop. They're still here in force.
Liquid really just needs to take any fight with 5.
Look at this Thompson guy. He's just insane. He's gonna get cut by the arena spear.
Like, I mean, when he spoon feeds it to them, it makes it kind of easy.
I feel like that was not necessary.
Now there's quite a lot that can catch Thompson out in this game now that Koikva's got the blink.
Koifa actually blinking back in here. The rest of his team is going to be joining him soon, but his dragon form is worn out.
I really do feel like we're at the point, okay, I hear a rupture.
Yeah, Dragon Knight going to be initiated on. A hard hero to start a fight on, but Thompson, he catches 2 of the supports in this back line. Now that they see those heroes, nice shackle shot follow-up from Saksa. The Blood Right is going to come in. That's going to be a lot of damage, but they do manage to get Taiga out there, diving through a lot of these heroes, bumping back a decent amount of damage on his set, but Mickey's got to be careful here. They do have the Phoenix Egg, but they don't have the Fire Spirits behind it, and he can never feel comfortable enough to pop it here. And Liquid, they completely lost their chance of being able to take a fight purely off of that chains into Blood Right.
Bought back.
Insania bought back, freezing field going out, no stun there on the Thompson. Otherwise, maybe they could have gotten a kill, but instead it's a dieback for Insania. I described it standard deliver, right? Because we've got this arena, we've got the egg, like Liquid can stand in an area and just turn and fight back against OG, but one of the things that comes with that is commitment. And I think what's a little bit hard here is OG has so much long-range poke, right? How do you stop a slight shackles into Blood Right? That's a very awkward way to be able to initiate. And it's making it difficult for Liquid until they find the clean initiation like they just did on Thompson. A rupture onto Mickey. He jumps back to the high ground. Liquid still respecting OG in this team fight. Taiga's gonna come through, try and slow down Seb just a bit. They do manage to get the spear onto him. Midwan's gonna pop out. Not wanting to stay in Seb any longer. Good play by Soxer, just trying to slow down Mickey, as if he gets on top of anybody at this point with those frost arrows, it's gonna be hard to disengage. Now they're gonna pop the egg there, slow him down with the multi-shot. Soxa gonna be caught by the spear. Now a frostbite into the freezing field. Silence follow-up. Midwan trying to armlet toggle his way out of this one, but he can't. Thompson's back up though. Thompson, he's gonna come through, and you know he's gonna get aggressive, as he always does. Tries to poke at Boxy here. Liquid staying together as 5, moving back together as well, making sure they don't leave a man behind here. As Boxy continues to get poked at. Here's that slight chains into Blood Right. It's an easy way to be able to bring somebody low, but now the freezing field going out from No-Tail. He stole it, but it isn't good enough to get a kill. Thompson is able to commit and get the kill onto Boxy here. Kills a core, and now a 2-man Blood Right, bringing heroes low. Seb's feeling good enough that he can go forward, but no! He had an Infest Room, thought he was safe, but trapped underneath the Sentry. One stun leads into another, leads into the silence, and Thompson's dead again. And Seb, who thought this was his chance to get aggressive, is now chased away, as Liquid do manage to make their retreat a reality. They've got all their ultimates up, ready to go. OG, typical OG, not ones to slow down whatsoever. Are gonna go through a 3-man smoke here, not even bringing their Bloodseeker or their Lifestealer up for this top rune, expecting few heroes, but that is not the case. Liquid is here in force, and they're immediately gonna be able to get a kill onto No-Tail. Is trapped inside the arena. Steals Bulwark, not the spell he was looking for. The rupture onto Koifa, so that allows TPing in from Midwan. He's now here. Seth gets a little bit too close to the Dragon Knight. They've got the Supernova, and the positioning is great, as now Koifa jumps forward and looking for more. They're able to get out of range of the Supernova. Thompson wants to keep them in striking distance, but they don't really have the damage to commit anymore.
They're always sticking together. They're getting the egg off during the Mars ulti, and to have the presence of mind to make that call in a game, to change how you're playing, to like, okay, we need to play team fights differently. Like, that's hard.
They're going to bring mid one to this fight. Trying to go for the spear, but mid one, too quick on the fingers. Managed to get out the rage, and now Boxy's initiation leads to his death. A 4 versus 5 around the tier 1 tower, but Koifa, he's still going to go for it. A counter spear goes out from the Rubik, but the silence onto the Ember Spear. Is the Infest going to be able to keep him alive? One more slide, he jumps forward onto the enemy, but he's killed by the fire. Mid one going to be slowed down, but he sees the opportunity to get on top of the egg. He brings down Taiga, but the rage is going to wear out soon. Koifa knows that. He's going for the kill. He's trying to finish him off, but the armlet toggle keeps him alive. So instead, it's going to be Seb trying to get out of the blood right. They don't manage to do quite enough and to Lifestealer, but they do bring down Bloodseeker. And what that can do is force out BKB uses, right?
Yeah,
And then you disengage, then you go back in once the BKB is down. That sounds like a feasible late game plan, but for now, Liquid, as they smoke up, they see an initiation. It's going to be Saksa. The forward position of OG will die here as he went for the bounty runes. At least he did pick it up, but this kind of pickoff was led straight into Roshan. And once they have an Aegis on the side of Liquid, it is very difficult for OG to beat them.
It does seem like they're kind of expending all the fuel that they have in their tank just to kill Mickey in a lot of these fights.
And now they're going to try and fight over this one. They do get a beautiful arena spear combination. They take out mid one and no tail with that. The Supernova's going to go out, and nobody's near to stop it. Thompson, he's going to be able to get to the other side of the cliffs here. Insania on the hunt. Taiga's also looking for him, but this Ember Spirit is already away, so let's look for a different kill. That's going to be on Seb. Boxy says, how you doing, buddy? Here's a spear, here's a God's Rebuke, and let's go back into the Roche Pit.
Boxy once again, man, with the clutch spears.
Yep.
That made that fight look so beautiful. They just popped, man. It's like there weren't even heroes there. It's like they have a 20k gold lead when you see a fight like that, but don't psychoanalyze me in front of all of these people. Embarrassing.
Top 3 net worth for Team Liquid, and they finally have broken into a significant lead, both with the Aegis, now a BKB up, and a spear well delivered. A self-Yules comes out for the Ember Spirit, but it just sets him up for Boxy.
Ban Mars, dude. Ban the Mars.
But OG, they got to cobble together a game plan here if they want to prevent Liquid from securing enough of an advantage that it'll feel like OG just can't win team fights anymore. It's already a problem, right? When you're down in net worth against a team that has that superior team fight, just spells that are easier to cast in a lot of ways. Silence onto Thompson. That's going to be Yule Scepter's. Boxy going to be able to get another spear. He doesn't. Koifa tried to go for the stun instead. Nice shackle shot, though, and they've got the rupture onto Mickey. This is kind of a really good setup. They can finish off Mickey. It'd be massive. Trying to deliver the finishing blow. They do manage to get that Aegis, but now they've committed the spirit to the Mars combo with the Supernova going off. Mid one is stunned forever and is trained to a silence as Mickey comes back up on his second life, and Koifa sees the opportunity, as always, aggressively blinking forward, looking for that +1, and he finds it in Seb.
Man, finally catching mid one there. He's felt kind of immortal in these fights.
Dude, look at Thompson. Very cheeky. He's trying to prevent Liquid from being able to push straight down mid lane by cutting this mid wave.
Man, dude, the creeps had...
Oh, dodged a Dragon Tail with a slight there.
Dude, the creeps were following him.
Yeah.
They can't push mid because the creeps are following him because he remnanted into vision.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
And that's something that he probably didn't know.
I don't think so, but it's very convenient. It means Liquid can't just beeline it down mid.
Double damage, though, and Thompson. Again, a good play. A play that, under duress...
I mean, then again, that was a Drow Ranger with 500 damage, and she did get a proc. So he might just have to buy back anyway. He kind of saved his team's buybacks, but traded his.
Boxy goes straight in for the initiation while OG may still be out of position here. They do manage to hit him with a decent amount of damage, but the Sunray behind him heals Boxy up a significant amount. They're going to double buyback here. Boxy still trying to hold the front line here, but they're going to poke at him. The Blood Right's going to do enough damage. That'll finish him off. BKB from Koifa, and he TPs out. Now it's a question of who's going to get caught in the side of Liquid. They are seriously looking for these kills, but Taiga's away. Look at Insania, a freezing field to slow everybody down. He says, get out, Mickey, get out. But it looks like Mickey has been caught. Insania's going to go for the TP out, but he's not going to make it. Mickey also not going to make it. Big kills for OG. They lost to melee barracks, but honestly, when you're 11,000 net worth down, is Butterfly just garbage?
I mean, MKB is just too good, I guess, and Bloodthorn and Halberd. Like, there are you know, options.
Yeah, when MKB is a good item, and then there are other, initiation from Soxa here. The stun into the blood right. This time they're gonna make sure Boxy can't get the same kind of initiation, but the silence onto mid one. He's in trouble, he needs an infest out, he needs to be able to survive, pops the rage, but it's not gonna last long as he just wilters under the full force of Liquid. They lean their full weight into him. Tier 4, okay, let's just go straight for the throne. 30 seconds left for the Lifestealer, 40 for the Ember Spirit. I don't think OG can repel firepower of this magnitude, Jenkins.
Yeah, they've got the blood right. That's a lot of damage.
They look to be able to slow it down, but you know Rupture's not going to stop it. And Blood Right is just going to poke over and over again. They might be able to get the kill on Boxy, but the throne is exposed. They're going to go for the kill on a set before they deliver the kill onto the throne. That is just going to be it for game number 1 as Liquid do manage to take it with just a very strong team fight lineup that is right down their alley. Meanwhile, OG and their experimentation of the Bloodseeker, it looked okay, but not as good as Team Secret.
Oh,
They go for the monkey.
that's it.
Classic OG. And
I've been told this is not a good hero right now.
not
I've
really.
been told the
Option,
monkey thing's
baby.
fallen off.
5-minute boundary runes are coming up. This is about the time where you see the sidelines trying to assert their control over the lane somehow. Maybe it's by getting a kill or pushing in the map, and we're going to see Liquid secure the first blood here and chase away Seb as well. So
Good timing for him to go fight like that, though. It looks like he had pushed the wave first, so that actually gave him the opportunity to run over without being too throwy.
I want to keep an eye on the camp stack this game, just because I remember Lacoste pointed out yesterday. That was my co-casting partner.
Yes, of course.
Nice two-man burrow strike and a Doom out onto the troll. Really good setup, but they still managed to get the kill onto Taiga. No tail, going for the deny, and no! I thought for sure he got that, Jenkins, but it looks like he fell just a bit shy, and the Doom damage ended up finishing him off. Yeah, I was just more referring to the fact that that was something that Fly to Moon just did nothing of. They just seem to never stack whatsoever for themselves, where you could see, even though Liquid don't have the clearest ways, they've still stacked a number of times. There's level 6 for the Void, so we're going to have to watch out for a kill in that top lane soon. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane getting chased away again and again. Mid one, not slowing down here. Clips him with the Whirling Axes, needs another hit, he'll secure it. Is he going to be punished for this very deep positioning? He gets level 6 off of that kill. Maybe that's part of the reason he makes that dive. Is he going to be able to get it off, though? No. Chronosphere comes down from Mickey, and he will die before he gets that chance. Troll, I don't think is going to be very happy with that at all. Monkey King may not be so good with that either.
Yeah, you know what? Like, looking back at this Warlock pick, Upheaval seems really good against OG's 3 cores. You have 3 melee cores that just run after people.
They do not have Chronosphere. Mickey still TPs in aggressively. Now, he doesn't get locked down by the troll, but even that Time Walk is not going to be enough to save him, it looks like, as he is getting all the heals in the world. Another Time Walk goes off, and it's just enough. But they do have the Doom out onto the Monkey King, but Monkey King still fighting strong underneath this Tombstone. A Burrow Strike that misses. Eventually, the Monkey King does go down. No Tail, though, dishing out a hefty amount of damage. You can see mid one does manage to finish a Boxy there, while No Tail being chased down by Mickey. He's gonna get on top of him, just needs a bash or 2, and should be able to get this kill, but he's so damn tanky that it takes a while. Finally, he does die. And Jenkins, I'm gonna need you on this one. I don't know who won that fight.
Getting that solo XP too, like it's on Sven, like, you know, Sven, Terrorblade, like you pop their ults, pop meta. You just take the Ancient Stack because it's so value to get it alone. It's so much XP.
Two-man Burrow Strike into the epicenter here with Boxy getting the coil, so they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay underneath this assault of magic damage. And while they had hoped to get the tier 1 tower, and they very likely will, and they don't actually get the deny. The Liquid definitely could have teamed up and gotten it. But
yeah, possibly.
I love this. OG's pressuring that mid tower, and Liquid realize they're kind of out of position, so they smoke up. They need to get to this mid lane as quick as possible.
But they don't have coil.
They're going to lead off the golem, and they are going to be able to get the Burrow Strike follow-up, but they have the silence. It looks like the Troll's just not going to be able to get a chance to get off that ultimate. And they still have the Chronosphere, too. They're going to be able to catch 3 with that. Koifa, they need to deal with this Tombstone. It's getting real bad if they leave it up. They do manage to kill it, and backing away from that buyback. They're still trying to find a no-tail a little bit. Mickey apparently not that scared, not that timid about fighting into OG, and that perhaps goes to what you were talking about, Jenkins. It is very difficult to fight into Liquid right now. This early Blink Dagger of Taiga finds another opening, finishes off No Tail, while the rest of the team is going to look to take down this tier 1 tower. Monkey King's hopping in. They're going to try and set up potentially an ultimate here, but the Doom with the coil silence on top of these two. Max going to go down before he gets anything off. Now they just need to be able to kite around the troll. The Burrow Strike hoping to be able to buy some time for the Doom, but he's caught off by Thompson. Soxa, meanwhile, he's going to be dealt with Mickey, but this troll keeps on laying the damage out. Finishes off Taiga. Can he get the lockdown on Boxy? Thompson's hunting for him. The urn. Boxy gets a little bit more of a heal. He's got a phase shift, but I don't think he's got the spells to be able to get away in the end. Thompson, as the reinforcements, is deadly to Liquid.
Such a good counter to the troll. He pops ult and you just disarm him.
Yeah.
He's a ranged hero, so you get the extra duration on him.
They have so many ways to answer that troll, right? Upheaval, a lot of stuns. Coil is one of the best. You've got Doom that can catch him before he gets it off, as does Chronosphere. 2 BKB piercing disables that are going to have to worry about it. It looks like Monkey King's going to jump into the back line here, and Sandy is in trouble, and the whole team turns around and instantly deals with the Monkey King, while Mickey zones out the rest with this Chronosphere. They're now going to jump in with the Golem as they reinitiate with Taiga hitting the 2-man Burrow Strike as the Chronosphere fails. Mid one does manage to get off his ultimate though. Looks to be able to trap down somebody here. There's also down by the Tombstone, but Mid one just seems to be suffering in the damage. He can't quite finish anybody off. Boxy does die to the zombies, and it looks like Quifa may as well. In fact, he does, but it is going to be in the end Insania and the rest of Liquid winning the fight 2 for 4.
Dude, you're kind of right. I mean, this is how you fight. If you don't have some way to initiate, you just say, okay, come at us. We're gonna Rosh. You have to fight us right now, or we're taking Rosh.
Now, Liquid still has 2 very important tools here, and that's gonna be 1, Taiga with a jump-in Burrow Strike on a 2, but he gets caught instantly. The dust goes out and telekinesis. Wukong's command to be able to zone everybody out. They're gonna deal with the Tombstone on the side of Liquid while Taiga buys back. They look to protect this Roshan. The other tool is Boxy. He still has his coil up, so it's dangerous for OG to stick around here.
That upheaval too, man. That is completely devastating for Thompson and Mid one. In all of these fights, they've looked so uncomfortable getting slowed
Smoke up,
down.
Seb. If he gets the right kind of initiation here, it would be really big. Spot Seb. His Blink Dagger tonight, but at the same time, the initiation going out of the Koifa. Telekinesis into the Boundless Strike stun, but here comes the Burrow Strike on 2 with the Epicenter. They throw out the Chronosphere, and they catch 3 with that. Meanwhile, the Monkey King, who had already been doomed, doesn't stand a chance. Once again, Seb, and his initiation is completely denied. We have not seen an RP from this man, nor will we in this fight, as 5 get wiped from the face of the earth.
The Chronosphere follow-up to the Taiga initiations, like constantly getting 3 or 4 heroes.
Now, OG, they may be down 7,000 net worth, but they're certainly not out. They still had this incredibly big late game threat, and we still have yet to see that big RP and what combo follows off of it. Can they get the damage onto Thompson? They tried to cut down the trees, but he's hopping away. They caught him with the coil. He's stuck now, and he's going to be knocked down to earth, and soon he will rest below the earth for 50 seconds. There's the Heaven's Halberd build for the Faceless Void.
Still going for it in this patch. I mean, it's only 400 extra gold. I don't feel like that's that big of a nerf.
Yeah, and when it's so good, carry against carry, Golem and Upheaval going to be used here to try and bail out Koifa, who gets caught by a smoke here. The Skewer's going to be able to stop that Upheaval, but now it's Mickey time. He gets a 3-man Chronosphere. Here comes Thompson, though. He does manage to get off the Wukong's command. Most of his team is dead, but one very important member is still alive, and it's Mid one. He is laying the damage in, not able to finish off Mickey, but they're fighting around this Wukong's command pretty nicely, trying to disengage and get out, but he's caught by the silence. He falls, and now a Doom on to Thompson. They'll leave him for last, just as they've done so many times before. A second Heaven's Halberd picked up as well for Taiga, just the cherry on top for team fights to come.
Warlock upheaval, so it's hard to get into position. You're getting your blink canceled by Fatal Bonds. It's a hard game for him, but I almost feel at this point, just use it on 1 or 2 people just to get it off.
Burrow Strike initiation onto the Undying, gonna try and prevent him from getting off. They do manage to use an RP, and it catches Taiga, who's an important target because he did buy back earlier. The Heaven's Halberd, though, going to work. A Force Staff trying to get him away, and a coil to disengage. So even though they RP'd, brought him down the cliff into the tier 2.
And it's getting to that point where Seb hitting a huge RP is almost not even enough. I feel like he's got a 5-minute window where he's got to do something sick with this spell.
So I feel like Seb, he's just going to get torn to hell right now on social media. Oh, God, Thompson. That's another person who's going to get torn to hell. People slowed him down, and they had the sandstorm damage to prevent him from jumping into the trees. What I wanted to talk about, I feel like it's easy to dress Thompson, that's just Thompson. Why did Seth not go for a faster blink dagger? What is the reasoning behind this Guardian Green? Okay, we may not see it. We may not have a chance to talk about this because look at this. The Rainbow TP down to bottom lane, the initiation leading off from Boxy to catch one hero. That's the Troll, the Heaven's Halberd, and he just doesn't have a chance in hell to do anything. If he doesn't have BKB,
nope,
he's screwed.
Yeah, Puck is very good against this Troll hero, man.
It's a smoke on a break. Liquid. They get into this high ground. OG, they just smoke themselves, and they're going to leave this high ground area.
Ooh, if they could catch Boxy.
Smoke breaks on Boxy. They lead off with a boundless strike, but they don't. Ooh! Jump in from Taiga, but he doesn't get the boundless strike in time, and he actually hits the BKB of Thompson. Now Taiga's in some serious trouble as Mid-One starts going to work on these heroes. An RP on it too. With the extra cleave damage, can they do anything here? Mickey's so damn tanky. Look at that Solar Crest. Look at the Heaven's Halberd. He does nothing to him. He got full time to swing, and OG said, that's it. If you can't bring down a single hero when you've been swinging on him, you get an RP, you have Empower, you're never going to get a better opportunity. We just can't do it anymore.
This is true. This is true. Once again, it was that scenario where the game goes later and later, and the way that you need to win the team fight with the Magnus